And sometimes I feel like I can just show you something as I'm doing it, so I can get a video out as well as show you the behind the scenes of things of what I'm doing. So if this is going to be helpful for you to see how I set up a video, then keep on watching, because we are going to tackle this together for the video that I will be releasing tomorrow. So yeah, if that sounds good to you, then hit that like and subscribe. If you're here and you want to say hi, awesome. Otherwise, I will just be walking you through what I'm doing to get ready for my video release for tomorrow. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. So this is the video upload page for my video that is going out tomorrow. And this is going to be how to edit vertically inside of iMovie. Now this is in particular for people who are on desktops or laptop versions of iMovie, so I'm going to refer to it as the full version of iMovie versus being on an iOS, iPad, iPod type of device. Hey Tolis, hey, how's it going? Thanks for being here. So if you are looking specifically for a video on a hack to edit vertically inside of an iOS device and not a full version of iMovie, I will link a video up in the cards that I already have made on that. And this though is how we're going to do some keyword research as well as set up the video for tomorrow for YouTube. So one thing that's already happened is I like to always upload my video at least one day or so ahead of time, because it is going to take a while for YouTube to process a high definition version, and the last thing you want to do is be waiting while all you have is only a standard definition. So that's going to be a really low resolution. It's not going to look very good when people are watching it back on their devices. This one in particular, I also recorded in 4K inside of Ecamm, so I'm giving it an extra long time because I have seen that sometimes it takes up to 24 hours for my 4K videos to go ahead and process inside of YouTube. So that's why I did it, a full day ahead of time, give YouTube plenty of time to do that. Now, you can see even though it says HD, it's HD is processing, but standard definition is the only one that's done. So when I'm going into do some of the keyword research, you guys know that one of my favorite tools is going to be TubeBuddy. So that's what I'll be using to do some keyword research. And so the way, yeah, 4K does take a long time to process. I've seen it take a really long time. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go up to the TubeBuddy little hamburger menu in the top right corner. This is assuming you've already installed TubeBuddy and it's on your computer or browser inside of your Chrome extension and activated. So we're going to go up to the red menu, and then we're going to go down and look for the one that says Keyword Explorer. So we're going to come up here and we're going to go to Keyword Explorer. This is going to bring up this window, and it has a few different sections. Oh, hey, Viper, how's it going? Good to see you here. We are doing some keyword research with TubeBuddy, and I'm showing people how to set up a YouTube video, or how I set up mine. So, hey, it's nice to see you. So here's the thing is, inside of this box here, you can then do a keyword. Now, a keyword is usually not a single word. I mean, you're gonna see it's best not to have a single keyword, but it's best to have almost like a phrase. And a phrase is better because it gets one more specific, because if you think about something like music, cleaning, minimalism, makeup, those are really, really tough keywords, and you're never really going to be able to probably rank for some of those things. And why we care about ranking is because when your videos are coming out and people are looking for that type of thing, we want our videos to come up in search as recommended. Now, you are always going to get a little bit of a boost for being a new video, but it's going to be determined by how much traffic you keep generating to your video. That is going to determine if YouTube wants to continually actually present it to people so that they watch it. So tomorrow's video is going to be how to edit vertical videos in iMovie. Now, if you are noticing what's happening here, as I'm starting to type, Google or TubeBuddy is trying to determine what they think my phrase is, and they're trying to auto complete this for me. So if you're looking at it, it's going to say how to edit vertical videos in iMovie on iPhone is the next layer of that specific search. Now, it's funny is I've already done this video, so I'm not actually looking for that right now. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Explore on this one. So a few things to keep in mind. You're going to see a weighted and an unweighted score down here in this little speedometer section. Now, weighted means that TubeBuddy is taking into consideration your channel, your traffic, your kind of relevancy or kind of channel authority in those particular types of topics, genres, keywords, etc. Right? So if you were to be unweighted, you would see that the score is different. But because, you know, TubeBuddy and Google and YouTube know my channel probably is a little bit more being into iMovie, then the weighted score is going to give me a higher score. So to have a weighted score, you do need to be on a paid version of TubeBuddy. So there's that for you. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this on weighted. Okay, so right here it's telling me that this score is scoring a very good. So there's a few things that actually make up this kind of metric here. So first thing we're going to look at is the search volume. So this also has a scale that slides from red all the way up until green. Okay, so if the volume is very, very, very high, then you're like, wow, a lot of people are interested in this topic. And if the slider is all the way to the red, it could be that like no one's really looking for this thing at all. But if you actually start then to look at what it's telling you is not only do we want to look at the search volume, we want to look at this number right here. This one's really important. We want to look at the number of videos in the search results. This is how many videos, if you were to type in this particular phrase, how many videos are in that pool that kind of match this. Now, the lower that this number is, and the more video views that you can get, the higher the chance and likelihood that you're going to be able to rank for this particular key phrase, which is how to edit vertical videos in iMovie, right? So another thing that is going to be important to you is if you take a look down here at the U versus top ranked videos, okay? So if you're looking at this section here, it is going to tell you that the average video views that are sometimes getting ranking are above 8,000 views. So that's a lot of views, especially if you're a smaller channel. I mean, even like myself, I still sometimes consider myself a small channel. I don't always typically get more than 200 views on a video, so it's not fantastic, right? So here is an interesting statistic here. This says the lowest video view count found in ranking videos is only 38. And then this one has my picture underneath, and it says this is the average median views for my last 5 videos. So it's taking my last 5 videos, kind of grouping them together, getting an average mean, and telling me what my video kind of views are. So it's telling me the lowest ranked one is going to be only 38 views. So you have still an option of getting or the opportunity to get on the ranking page. And they're saying, by the way, you usually get around 350 views on a topic, let's say around iMovie. So that means that I would have a pretty good shot of showing up possibly or being recommended under the search feature if I were to go ahead and do this topic, which I am. So let's hope for me that that works out. Now keep in mind over here, we've got some common video tags on the right, and it's telling me these are some of the common tags that are showing up in videos, possibly about this topic or just like showing up in general. So we've got vertical video iMovie, how to use iMovie. So the key to this is you want to find tags that are hyper relevant to your video. So this would not be a good chance for me to put in like Jake Paul, Shane Dawson, tagging other YouTubers that are just very, very popular because it has actually nothing to do with my video. Now, if the vertical video in question was about said person, that's maybe one thing, but even still, that's still kind of pushing it. What really matters is, is the tag and keyword, is it relevant to what's actually in your video? Because you don't want to get dinged from YouTube for doing things like tag stuffing, which is putting things in there that have nothing to do with the video, just to try and game the system. That can actually hurt your channel. So this is the related search. So if I wanted to, I could also look at how to edit vertical videos in iMovie on iPhone. That is a mouthful right there. So if we were to click on this one, it says nothing. But here's something that's interesting on this. It says there's only 106 1,000 videos in the search result. But here, if you notice, the score has gone from before, which was good or very good or whatever it was, to a score of only 53 out of 100. So it's actually worse. Now, here's one of the reasons why that is because if you look at the search volume, we went way down into the red, where if we go backwards, and if you want to go backwards, you can actually go down here to the bottom and you can see a couple of things. You can see the phrase that you're currently searching, and you can see the phrase that you were searching previously, as well as the score. So don't forget, this one is a score of 53, the other was a score of 78. So if we go back and look at this one, just iMovie in general, you can see how the difference, how far the difference is between the search volume, which is now kind of at the lower third of the fair, but it's in the orange category, versus in farther into the red like the other one. So that would make sense, right? So more people inside of the search funnel are looking for how to edit vertical videos inside of iMovie, and then even a smaller pool of them are actually looking for videos on how to edit vertical videos in iMovie on an iPhone. So right, so kind of coming down into this funnel here. So that makes sense, okay? Now, if we take a look here at these video topics and web searches, sometimes this can come up with like congruent searches or different ways to phrase it or anything like that. So another thing that you can do is you could go into I'm going to go ahead, copy this real quick. We're going to go into a page called AnswerThePublic. So one second here, let me come back. Oh, I still have all these programs open. I should probably close them. So, and we'll say don't save for right now. Are you guys seeing that? Yeah, probably. Sorry. All right, let me open up AnswerThePublic.com. Oops. Let's go take a peek at this real quick. So here's the thing, is we could go down here, enter in that same search phrase that we just looked at. Now, sometimes this can be like a good way if you have an idea or a topic in mind, but you're not even sure how to ask the question. In fact, we could say how to, and we could actually take all of that, that front part off if it was just vertical videos in iMovie or something like that. So you're going to see this kind of like pictogram of, I don't know, spokes coming off of this tire, and it's going to show you all these different ways to either phrase this question or say it in a different way. So it says, okay, it's probably because I was way too specific, right? So let me go back real quick, and then if we just say, even if we went with just iMovie, actually that might have been a better one, but we're going to get very specific here. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so all of these say edit vertical video, how to edit vertical videos in iMovie, how to edit vertical videos in iMovie on iPhone, right? Edit vertical videos in iMovie, edit vertical videos. So all of this could be then ways or like key phrases that you could then do more research on inside of the Keyword Explorer inside of TubeBuddy. These could be tags that you might use on your video itself. Let's see here. So we've got verses, like, stuff like this. So we go change vertical video to horizontal iMovie, right? So this is then doing it in an alphabetical instead of a pictorial type of way. It says, can you edit vertical videos in iMovie? Can you edit vertical video in iMovie iPhone? So as you can see, then you're going to be able to look through all of these different kind of phrases like edit vertical video, iMovie, iPhone, iOS, iPad. So not only could these be key phrases or keywords for searching inside of TubeBuddy, you could use these as your video. You missed on where to find. Hey, how's it going, by the way? Good to see you. How much? Edan, Happy New Year. Let me come back here to my window where I'm at. Oh, wait, was there a super chat? Wait a second. Okay, we got to come back and celebrate a super chat, right? Is that right? We do. 1 second. Let me hit the button. Here we go. Happy New Year to you. Hope you're doing okay down there in LA. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on down there in LA. So how to get to keyword research, that's a good question. So let's go ahead and go back to that. So I was on this tab before. So this is the video that I'm uploading tomorrow, which is how to edit vertical videos inside of iMovie. I'm showing you guys how I set that up. To get to the Keyword Explorer, if you're using TubeBuddy, you can go to the red little hamburger menu up here and select that, and then go to Keyword Explorer as an option right there. And it's going to bring up this little search box window, which is what we were searching here. And let me show you what that looks like. And then if you were looking, the other page that I was looking at is AnswerThePublic.com. And we are just kind of putting in that phrase and then finding different ways to ask the question, phrase the title, and it could be a really easy way to think about what would be the best way to craft my title as well. So it's really helpful, especially if you're kind of like, how would I phrase this? What would be intriguing? Answer the Public can definitely help you sometimes generate and kickstart some ideas there. Caleb Crosby is saying, which app do I use for live streaming? I use two apps together. The first one that we're inside of right now, I use Ecamm. And then inside of Ecamm, I connect it to Restream so that I can broadcast it simultaneously. I'm currently on Facebook, a Facebook page, a Facebook profile, Periscope, and YouTube, and Twitch. So if you are on any of those platforms, you should be seeing me. And I have links for both down in the description, including a 14 free trial, 14 days for Ecamm, as well as a $10 off link for if you want to hook up with Restream. So both of those are affiliate links, by the way. I'm just letting you know. All right. Oh, and good morning, Caliber Wings. Good morning. All right, so here we go. Like I said, this is the keyword research tool inside of TubeBuddy. Now, this was the Answer the Public thing. So if I was starting to look for, what do I want to title my video for tomorrow? We've got stuff like, can you edit vertical videos in iMovie? Can you edit vertical videos in iMovie on iPhone? Okay, so what I would do is something like this, and I would copy this phrase. You got the TubeBuddy app? Nice. Okay. You can go in here, and then inside of the description box, what I'm going to do, and I'm going to say something like, if you've ever wondered, can you edit vertical videos in iMovie, which is exactly that key phrase, kind of, right, that we just learned from Answer the Public. We're sticking that here. And the reason that we're doing this at the top part of the description is because Google bots, of course, have some crawlers that are going to search the first couple hundred characters of your description. And we're looking for things like repetitive keywords, not just like the keyword stuffing though, like an actual, like a paragraph, like sentence structured type of way. We want to throw in as many of those things that are really going to tell the computer what it is that this video is about, right? So we're going to say, I like to usually repeat the title of my video, toss it down here, you know, just so at least it's there. And then I'm going to start making a sentence structure of some of these keywords that we're just looking at, right? So it says, if you've ever wondered, can you edit vertical videos inside of iMovie? I would say, today I'm showing you, and now here we go, how to edit. And we're going to say videos that are vertical inside of iMovie. And the reason that we change it up just a little bit is if it looks too repetitive. Oh, why is it mad? iMovie. Oh, you know how they are with. Okay, so right, and now we have another one that says how to edit videos that are vertical inside of iMovie. That's another phrase right there. And then we're going to keep doing this for at least a couple, like, you know, almost a paragraph or so we can try and stuff in as much of that as possible towards the top. Now, this is different than just taking a whole bunch of these keywords, which I already did some of that research, right? And what we could do, this is another trick that I've done, you can go down to copy all of the tags that you basically used for this video. And then what you can do is go up to the top of your video and actually just paste them all in, and then start looking at them separately and be like, how can I work this into a sentence? So you can say like, this video is perfect for learning how to, you could say, edit portrait videos in iMovie, or so on and so forth. You guys get where I'm going with this train, right? Okay, so we would do that. And then another thing that I want to show you is you would come down here and you would see these are all of the tags that I've already kind of selected. And now TubeBuddy also has this feature down here where it has recommended tags. So these are things that you could put in, and you've got these and they're sorted. You can sort them by relevance, by a keyword score, or by search traffic. Search traffic is a little bit like hit or miss. So I usually go with relevance or key score. So if I go with something like this and then I'm looking, I would look for the ones that are most likely to fit my video that I'm currently working on. So it's iMovie tutorial for beginners. That's great and all, but that's not exactly what this video is about, right? I mean, it's specifically about vertical video and iMovie. So keeping these things in mind, right? So video editing software free, not really. Vertical videos on YouTube, we're getting closer, right? iMovie editing on Mac, not quite. So here we go into relevance, right? So you could see some of those weren't very relevant, and one of the ways that they're looking for relevance, so they're kind of searching, you know, your meta information you've already given it, like what's the title of your video, what's the title of your thumbnail, what is the, like, what can they already get from your title here, or what you've already put in your description? Is there anything that we can kind of understand? So as you start to fill out more, then you're going to be able to get better phrases and recommendations. Hello, Wokakling. All right, so if we take a look back here again, then we're gonna say like iMovie editing on Mac, right? Like that's great, but this is specifically about vertical video editing, so that one's not quite great for me. So you guys can see, like, it's nice to have some of these to kind of go off of, but then what you would want to do is come back in here and you guys can see some of the ones that I've already done. Now, another thing that you can do, and this is one of the reasons that I like TubeBuddy, and just so you know, so we could say, same key phrase in here, editing portrait video in iMovie. Oh, look at that. Okay, so here's one thing. One of the reasons why you're going to see like my video up front and top is because I'm currently signed into TubeBuddy. I'm currently signed into YouTube, right? So if you want to see a better, clearer representation of what that looks like, then you need to be in incognito mode so that it is not taking into account your videos and your history and all of that information, right? So if we go in and we take a look at Michael Kinney's video, which is ranking underneath mine, here's something that's kind of cool. You can go over to the tags section and I can see all of the tags that he's put on this video. So if I wanted to, I could copy all of these tags to my own clipboard, or I could just see what's he got. Instagram story video software. That makes sense. Okay. iMovie editing tricks. Okay. Edit iPhone videos on Mac. Okay, so here's the thing is like he's got ones like education, educational and stuff like that, and that's great and all, but for me, I want ones that are very, very specific to my video, which is just vertical video editing in iMovie. So that's why I'm gonna say like thank you, but no thank you. I don't think so this is the one I would say, how to make a vertical video in iMovie. So I would be like, how to make a vertical video in iMovie. That's actually a pretty good one. So I would take here, Keyword Explorer. And what is the phrase? It is how to make a vertical video. So you guys can see this, right? Where it's already starting to auto-populate the stuff anyway. So I'm going to say how to make a vertical video in iMovie. That's the phrase, right? Now you can see here, this one is ranking fair. So the search volume itself is not super great, but the competition is saying that, a specific channel based on search volume, competition, and relevancy, and how you compare it to others currently ranking in search. Okay, so you do have to have a pro license for this. And it's saying, here's the thing, is the number of video searches in the search results. So remember before there were 200,000, there was 100,000 for the iPhone one, but this one actually has enough monthly searches where it's actually registering that a lot of people are searching for this. So this might still actually be a good tag to add, but maybe not the best title to add. Hope that makes sense. So I would make sure how to make a vertical video in iMovie is one of my tags, and let's see if it is. It is not. So if we were to add that in there, no, it's not going to let me. How to make a vertical video in iMovie. So let's make sure that's in there. And then I can take out some of these ones that don't really make sense. So this iMovie Made Easy, the only reason I'm putting that in there is that's the name of my course. So sometimes I like to try and put that in there so that like it gets like continuously brought up. Hopefully that people are seeing it, or at least that YouTube is seeing it and that they're related. So we're going to look at this, and you also see right here, I already have a problem where I'm already over the character limit. So people think that there are tag limits. So like Instagram has hashtag limits, you know, like 30. There are not limits when it comes to number of tags, but what they do count is character. So everything is a character. It's a space, a period, an exclamation point, a letter. They're all a character, right? So it actually has character limits and is saying right now I'm over the character limit. What you get is 500. You get 500 characters. So then what I would do is look at my tags, and if you have a video that's already out and published, then you could sort them, and you could sort them by rank, which is something that I like to do so that they're sequential. So you could sit there and say auto do by rank. And I find that helpful to have them grouped together, because then I would find the ones that are ranking the lowest. If I wanted to try and do in some new tags, what I would do is take out the tags at the bottom, which are not ranking at all, or the lowest ranking tags. That way I can make room for new tags. Okay, so that is kind of how I do that. So there's nothing to actually change right now because this video is not live, but that's kind of what we would look at. All right, so for me, you cannot save this video or publish it or do anything because it's already over the character limit that you have. So I would have to shave off 6 characters here. So what would I do? Let's see. And here's something else. If I go into Edit Vertical Videos, iMovie, Mac, and then I hit enter, if I have a tag that's already that, you're going to see, you guys see how it went from 506 to 473. It's because it took out the duplicate tag. And then sometimes you'll also see if you go into sort, it would show you that you have a duplicate tag. It would be highlighted in red, and then it would say, there would be an extra button here that says remove duplicate tag. And then you would also see that your character count went down. So here I'm down to 473, right? It's saying that I still have more characters if I wanted to add more. So one thing that you can do sometimes to help get into a smaller search pool, you guys saw like 200,000 videos is a lot of videos, but if I said something like how to edit vertical videos in iMovie 2021, it is more specific, and hopefully then obviously there aren't going to be right now a lot of videos that all have that. So because it's also at the tail end of it, right? YouTube is kind of like scrunching down each one. So it's, you know, how to edit vertical video 1, that's one group, and then it goes farther down into if it was on iPhone, further down, and then if it was on in 2021, that's another thing that's further down. So that's kind of the way, as like a funnel, that YouTube is thinking about it when it's bringing back search results. So here we could go back in and we could say, hey, let's go ahead and refresh these scores, and it knows now my tags, my title that we've done a little bit of, and we're gonna say, is there anything that we can do here that they can suggest for me as a newer tag? Hey, Pixelpia. All right, so if we came in and we said vertical videos on YouTube, vertical video, iMovie editing for beginners. Let's see here. So let's just look at these real quick. How to edit portrait video, edit vertical video. What if we just say vertical video iMovie? Vertical video iMovie. And here you go. Now we have also these related search terms that are also coming up again. So there's lots of different ways that TubeBuddy is trying to help me come up with tags or different things like that. So if I don't want to take any of them, I can just hit enter. I think I already have that one. Vertical video iMovie. Let's see what else it said. iPad, Mac, app, iOS, video background on iMovie, iPhone, how to fix vertical video on iMovie, how to save vertical. I think it's going to take me over my character limit. Let's see. Let's take a peek here. Yeah, you see my box went red and it has too many here. So what if we take off how to and we say save vertical video in actually, what if I just say vertical video, is there in iMovie already? If I say with iMovie, something stupid and silly like that can actually just, it's a different tag with iMovie. All right, where's my tag limit? Oh, I'm still at 502. I'm 2 over. Oh, okay. And if you double click on a tag, you guys can see that right there, it's going to bring up the Keyword Explorer as well. So if you already have a tag inside of your area, just double click on it. It's going to open up that window here. So we can come over here. Yeah, vertical video with iMovie is 429,000 video results in there. I love this. The related search is how to deal with vertical video in iMovie. Okay, that's funny to me. Okay. You know what? I like all of these tags for now. I'm just going to take out my own channel name. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save on this. And I always want to make sure, I just want to make sure, edit vertical videos in iMovie, right? We have this exact, I like to have the exact title of my video as a tag, just making sure. And it wasn't. Ooh, that's my bad. See, this is why we check, people. This is why we check. All right, so how many am I over? I'm at 512. We have another super chat. Oh my goodness. You don't have to be so generous. That's so nice of you. Okay, hold on. I'm going to go back to the window. We're going to do the window and we're going to do the super chat song. Thank you, Dan. You don't have to do that. That's really, really nice of you. You don't have to do that. Very much appreciated though. That's so nice. You have a video coming out on Bitcoin tomorrow. If you guys didn't also see, Dan was actually a guest on the show on Christmas Eve. So if you guys want to see that, make sure you tune into that one. We were doing some cool animated overlays. We were doing some cool stuff. He was talking about his channel. So, all right, we've come back here and vertical video, iMovie, vertical video. Let's see, what's the best thing that we can cut? These are the decisions, people, right? And then you're like, oh, what are the decisions? Vertical video, iMovie, how to edit vertical video in iMovie, vertical video, iMovie, edit vertical video in iMovie, vertical video with iMovie. Okay, I think I'm gonna take out edit portrait video in iMovie. Edit portrait video in iMovie 2021. Okay, so because these are so similar, what I'm gonna do, no, you're fine. We're gonna take this one, and because how to I feel is like really, really extra, you don't really need that. So actually, what if we just take out this entire one, and then we come up here. Actually, I kind of liked it. Let's go back to edit, portrait, video. Give me iMovie. In iMovie. Do we have that one? We're at 461. There we go. All right, so we'll go ahead and go with this for right now. We're going to hit save. Now, one of the next things that I like to do in this particular video, I actually talk about how if you're looking to edit vertical video inside of iOS, then you actually want to see the video that I already made about it. So I know that I talk about that around 1 minute and 20-ish seconds. So I want to go in there and I would say that we're going to recommend a video, and we're going to say it's iMovie iOS, something like that. All right, and no. Okay, we're gonna say it's vertical video. There we go, in iMovie. So I wanna recommend this video, and then somewhere around here-ish, oh, I did actually say I've already also done a kind of second video on this topic. So I'm gonna add another card, and I'm gonna add a video, and I'm gonna say it's vertical. Vertical video in Premiere Pro. Is this the video I'm thinking of? Okay, let's look at my videos here. Oh, no, no, no. My videos. My videos. Hello, Roblox gameplay. We are looking for vertical video. Where was it? IMAX, YouTube. And it only goes back a certain amount of videos too, so that's disappointing. Okay, well, let's go search the phrase here. Edit vertical videos on iPhone. In iMovie portrait mode. Is this the one where it's on desktop though? In iMovie on iPhone. Okay. Oh, maybe it's on my vertical video channel. That would make sense, people. That would make sense. And if you guys didn't know that, you can add video cards for videos that aren't your own, right? So there we go. We've got 2 of those on there. And then we're going to hit save. Now, if you guys didn't see, these are the video recommendations that pop up in the eye when people are kind of, you know, when they're like, oh yeah, click here to see this video. That's how they're doing that. They're doing it by using cards. Now, the end screen, this is going to come up and be, this is at the end, right? So usually you can play the last like 20 seconds or so. So we're going to go to the end. And the way that I like to do it, I like to do a subscribe button, a video, as well as a link to now my iMovie course. So you just select one of these guys. We're going to toss those suckers on there and you're going to kind of get a preview. And let's take a quick peek-see. If you're looking to up-level your editing game, perhaps get that subscribe animation. By the way, if you're I'm just gonna bring it to a little bit later. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so we're gonna say something like, you can get iMovie made easy here, and you can look at this video here, and you can subscribe over here, something like this. So I like to leave it as video best for viewer, and then I like to over here have the link to my course. So we're gonna say http iMovieMadeEasy.com, and it's going to say it's an eligible site or approved site. So we're going to toss that in. Woo-woo. And then we're going to say something like learn to edit. And then we're going to say it's a call to action so that you can actually hit visit. And then this I need to fix, but I'm just showing you right now. It's a square file, and that. Hey, Pixelpia, did you see that the one of the new icons is now the Space Needle for Seattle? So I threw that on there. So yeah, I need to create a graphic that's square that actually is made for this, and I will have to change that. And then we're going to leave this as video best for viewer. And then one last thing that I like to do is I like to have the subscribe button sometimes. I'm going to hit save on this guy. So now if we go to the end of the video, what you would be seeing is then the subscribe button, the link to my website, as well as whatever video YouTube thinks is best for you. Yay, do you like it? I decided to take off one of the icons that I thought looked a little too similar to like the squad member one. So I was kind of hoping that people would like that one. And if you guys didn't see that below, Pixelpia is able to use those special emojis because she is a channel member. And if you want to be a channel member, please check out the link down below on how to join. All right. And speaking of, I should probably come back and at least do the regular bit that I'm supposed to do, which is tell you, one second. Special thanks to all of my channel members, especially my platinum level ones. You guys get an on-screen mention in every single YouTube video. Yeah, so if you want to check that out, make sure you do. There's a link below on how to do that. As well as, oh, Pia, if you're still around, Pixelpia, I had put a community member only post, so only community members can see it under the community section, and I was doing a call for questions, and my class in eBytes did a question, and if you have a question, please put it there so that I can do a response or a video response for you. So I hope you're still around and seeing that. Please leave a comment / question because that's your space and your time, and I want to make sure that I honor that for you because I definitely want to thank you for being a part of my community. So hopefully you saw that. Leave me a question. It's under the community section, okay? All right. So here we are. We're back in the description part, and as you guys can see, I will finish this, but basically that's how I do it. Is I go in, I copy a lot of those tags, I try and make them into some sort of semblance of a sentence or so, and then all of this information, if you guys have never seen this before, you guys can set up just like you don't want to copy and paste the stuff over and over again. You can all set it up under your settings and then channel upload defaults so that every time you upload a video or something, it would already have all of this like googly junk already put in. So that's kind of how I do it. So if I come in here, I like to put in my tags and say iMovie. We'll just call it iMovie. And this one will say iMovie made easy. I'm trying to make this a thing, guys. I'm trying to get my name out there. And all right. Oh, and if you guys didn't know, if you do not put like an HTTP and this the colon and then the // if you just put like www in your description box and then wondered why your links are never clickable to actually go to from your description box, that is why. You have to do like an HTTP or HTTPS, the colons and slashes, and then it will take you to the site. Okay, otherwise you won't be able to click. It'll just be a text thing of what you're doing, right? All right, so that is kind of how I set up some of the stuff. You guys have now seen it. I will continue to do some of this research. Like I said, I could do individual research on some of these titles, suggestions, or things that AnswerThePublic has suggested here. And then, like I said, this one wasn't very fruitful for me, but if there was another video that was also ranking really well, and here, notice this too. You don't have to have the most amount of views to rank for a video, right? So this guy has 8.6 thousand video views, but his video was only made 6 months ago. This guy has 14,000 views and 5 months ago. So you would also think that this video should have a higher ranking than this video, right? But it's not necessarily so. So keep in mind it has to do with title, tags, thumbnail, click-through rate, average view duration. All of those things are ranking factors and deciders. So it's not just the most amount of views always wins. That's not exactly the way that it goes. But if we wanted to see, this one has a great title because here's how to edit portrait videos in iMovie iOS, right? So that's that key phrase. And then the second part is this trigger, this emotional thing that's saying getting rid of the black bars on the side. Now, if you're on an iPhone or something like that, or on your phone, a lot of this is probably going to get cut off and you're not going to see the rest of it. But if you're on desktop and you're viewing this and you're like, oh yeah, like that immediately comes to mind, like getting rid of those black bars. Yes, right? That is kind of one of those, yeah, totally, I get that. And you know what? That totally reminds me. I'm going to remake this video and do an iOS version and stick it on this channel, not just the vertical video channel. That makes sense, right? It can be on both. It can live on both. But yeah, so if we take a look at this person's video and the tags that they are using, let's just take a look here. Vertical video iMovie, iMovie vertical video. Yeah, see, his channel name, that makes sense. So this is a very, yeah, they're concise. It's a good example of, let's go see. Yeah, and he's ranking for all of those except for these single word. So yeah, look at that. All right, so do you guys have any questions on what we've gone over now? That's actually a longer tutorial than I thought it was going to be. But I'm going to hit save on this guy. All right. Oh, I guess I could also show you one other thing that I do. And if you go back to the normal list, like I said, this is a 4K video that I'm trying to upload for tomorrow. And it says it's still processing the HD version, but only the standard definition version is complete. So like I said, always try and upload your video at least, 24 hours in advance. That way you can, schedule it out or something like that. And unlike what people have tried to put out there before, just because you schedule a video to go live, it doesn't treat it any differently than waiting and hitting the go live button at that same time. So it's not a problem. Don't worry about it. Okay, so I am going to show you one quick thing though. I'm trying to see how I best do this and share the screen with you though. We're friends. We'll just go ahead and share it together. All right, so here's one thing is if you're on your library, you can come up to this TubeBuddy menu and you can say schedule publish. Now here's why I love this about TubeBuddy. So I can say I'm going to schedule this video It's gonna actually come out on Sunday. I always upload at 7 a.m. No? A.m. All right. So I'm going to say 7 a.m. Here's the cool thing. At 7 a.m. I can say this one is going to be a public video. I'm going to add this video to, actually I think I already added it inside of the other one. I could add it to a playlist here, but I've already added it. And then this is the big thing that you can't do within YouTube. You can add a comment at the time of publish. So here you go. I'm going to say something like, if you want more info on iMovie Made Easy, make sure to check it out here. And that, oh, if you guys didn't see that, by the way, I have keyboard shortcuts already set up for, so a ZZ gives me like a forward arrow, because I use forward arrows a lot, like, but I use it for things like vertical video. I use it for all of my hashtags inside of Instagram. I set it up for a lot of different things, but that was just an example. So actually, if I write in TB, it will change it to TubeBuddy. So those are all things that you can set up in your iPhone or probably on Android too, but I do that as keyword replacements or shortcuts, keyboard shortcuts. So, and what did we learn? We learned that if you want a link clickable inside of your description or anything like that, you need to do HTTP, okay? And then we're gonna say iMovieMadeEasy.com. So you can say email me a reminder or whatever, but as soon as you hit schedule publish, then it's going to be good to go and it will be published when you want. So tomorrow morning, I will be sleeping at 7 a.m., but the video will go live as well as that first comment will be there. So all of the people who are always like, first, not this time, I got you guys. This time, I'm first. I'm first, okay? All right, I'll come back here and come back, baby, come back. All right. You guys have any questions on that? Hopefully that was helpful / informative / all the things, all the good things. Hopefully, let me know. All right. So obviously you guys know what the video is tomorrow morning. It's going to be how to edit your videos vertically inside of iMovie. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah. Hey James, how's it going? You're just coming into the tail end of it. I'm just about to sign off, but yeah, if you want to rewind and look, I was going through keyword research stuff. I was going through how I use TubeBuddy, AnswerThePublic, and how I set up videos to be scheduled to be published and all that good stuff. So if you're interested in checking that out, please rewind. By the way, guys, check me out on all my socials. It's a good time. Twitter, TikTok, all the places. Would love to have you be there with me. And if you like videos like this and live streams like this, then make sure that you, I know, be kind, rewind, that you like and subscribe, be part of the fam. Would love to see you. And last but not least, I'm just saying, you guys, iMovie Made Easy, it is available now, as well as that like, subscribe animation. I got a sale today on Etsy. So it's also listed in Etsy. It's also listed in the merch shop below. If you guys want a video, I guess one of these days, on how to do and sell digital products, because I believe it's so important to have as many income streams as possible. If you guys want something like that, I guess leave a whole bunch of comments and emojis and stuff like that, and maybe I would think about doing that. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I mean, Etsy, why not? I mean, why not? And it wasn't until just recently where Teespring, which is the integrated shelf down below, actually started doing digital products as well, which I have to say I think is better than Etsy, because the file limit size is a lot lower on Etsy than it is here on YouTube. And I can say something like, hey, if you guys like that like, subscribe animation, this one, no, it's over here, you guys can get it in the merch shelf below, which as before I'd have to be like, go to Etsy, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's not as much fun, or like easier to just be like, check out the shelf right below. You can actually get that. So hopefully you guys find this video valuable. I hope so. That's why I'm making it, so you guys have an easier time on YouTube. But thank you for hanging out with me today. I will see you tomorrow for the video, 7 a.m., how to edit vertically inside of iMovie. So thank you for hanging out with me, guys. I will talk to you later.